Good morning. I'd like to start this daily devotion with the words of Jesus Christ, where he asks us to love our neighbor as ourselves and to love all people, of all races, of all creeds, of all colors, of all sexual orientation, whoever our neighbor is, whoever's meeting us in the street, around the world, whatever country, we're to love them. I belong to the United Methodist Church, who strives to do that as much as possible. I've got something I wrote that I want to share with you, titled I Belong and I Believe. It says, I belong and I believe in the mission and ministry of the wonderful United Methodist Church, who for the past 236 years has been a beacon of light and hope around the world for the gospel of Jesus Christ. I belong and I believe in the Protestant denomination who has started hundreds of hospitals, hundreds of universities and colleges across our nations, and has sent missionaries around the world to share the gospel and love of Jesus Christ all over the world. I belong and I believe to a Methodist church who loves our neighbor and welcomes people of all races, creeds, colors, sexual orientation to the local church and ministry. I belong and I believe to the United Methodist Church who desires to make disciples for Jesus Christ, for the transformation of the world. That's our mission statement. I belong and I believe to the United Methodist Church, recognizing that all of us are sinners and have fallen from God's grace, but we choose to love each other, all sinners of all backgrounds, and pray for forgiveness. We welcome all sinners and saints into our churches who are striving to become holy as Jesus Christ is holy. I belong and I believe to a church that's not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ and the Bible, who has brought compassion and hope and healing and joy to small towns and large towns across America through the ministries of the United Methodist Church. United Methodist Church is about loving God, loving life, and loving people. All people. Conservative and progressive. Straight and LGBTQI. We may not agree on everything, but we agree about that we are to love everyone. Therefore, let's keep doing that. Let's keep welcoming people, baptizing people, preaching the gospel, teaching and serving with all who follow Jesus Christ and their life, because that is who we are as Methodists. I rejoice deeply to be part of the tradition and blessed future of the wonderful United Methodist Church. May God bless the people of the United Methodist Church as we find our way in the world through mission and ministry to all the world. I wrote a song over 5 years ago. In fact, I have it in front of me. It's titled I Was Taught to Love. It was written January 18, 2015. And that was about the time our country was going a lot of difficulty with Muslims versus Christians around the world, and there was a lot of bombings. And in my heart, I knew and realized that the Jewish faith, the Christian faith, and Muslim faith are cousins, going all the way back to Abraham. And Father Abraham, from him was born Ishmael and Isaac, and then Jesus Christ came. And so all three faiths are cousins, and asking the question, why can't we get along? Why can't we love our neighbor as ourselves, even though the neighbor might be of a different faith? I shared another verse in here asking how can we do better in race relations around the United States. Will we ever learn to live in peace? I referenced Martin Luther King, who had a dream, and Gandhi, who starved for unity to change the world, and Mandela, who was in prison and yet became a leader and strived for peace, and Mother Teresa, who strove for sanctity of the unborn child. And I asked the question, who's going to guide us? Who's going to be our leader through all this? And at the end of the day, it comes down to that song that we sing in Methodism, in our Methodist hymnal, "Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me." And each and every one of us need to be people of peace and in our community, and love our neighbor as ourselves, as Jesus said. So I want to sing the song to you that was written January 18th, 2015. And I hope you enjoy it. It's titled, "I Was Taught to Love." I was taught to love from the God way up above. I was taught to be a man of peace and unity. And what I see today is a shouting riot, disarray of folks who will fight and die for their cause. Why can't we just get along, respecting each man's faith in Allah, Jesus, God above? We're cousins of the faith. But why can't we just get along, respecting each man's faith in Allah, Jesus, God above? We're cousins of the faith. Verse 2. I was taught to share, to be nice and to be fair. I was taught to care, don't raise a fist into the air. Will we ever see the light? Red, yellow, black or white, learning to live in peace. Can we ever learn to live in peace? Why can't we just get along, respecting each man's creed, to love our neighbor as ourselves and set all people free? So why can't we just get along, respecting each man's creed, to love our neighbor as ourselves and set all people free? Let's listen to some of the historians who have tried to change the world. Martin Luther had a dream, and Gandhi started for unity. Mandela lived for peace, Mother Teresa for sanctity. But who will guide us now? We need a leader who can show us how. Perhaps that person isn't me. Oh, perhaps that person is me. And this is where it says, "Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me." So why can't we just get along, respecting each man's faith in Allah, Jesus, God above? We're cousins of the faith. But why can't we just get along, respecting each man's creed, to love our neighbor as ourselves and set all people free? Let's do what Jesus asked us to do, to love our neighbor as ourselves and set all people free. May we love and see people through the eyes of Jesus. Amen.